west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get through the fire. Around with me, and I had them niggas spin like a tire. But down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
One, and Moses with the elders of Israel.
Moses was with who?
The elders of Israel.
And Moses was with the elders of Israel who are blacks and Hispanics. Take me to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken diligently. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
I say it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently, meaning if you will listen, meaning if blacks and Hispanics will stop being hard-headed.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So I'm saying if we listen to God, now we're going to see what would happen if we decided to listen to God.
To observe and to do all.
To what?
To observe and to do all.
To what?
To observe and to do all.
So it's to observe and to do all. So if black people listen to God and observe and to do all
His commandments.
His what?
His commandments.
And to do all His commandments, keep all His laws, statutes and commandments, follow this Bible as it's written, go ahead.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
The Lord will what?
Set thee on high.
So this the Bible saying if black people listen to God, they'll be set on high. But we don't listen to God, so we're below every race in the face of the earth.
Right.
We don't listen to God, so we go into slavery and get our backs whipped.
Right.
We don't listen to God, so we're standing in England in Brixton when we should be in Israel in the sun right now.
That's right.
Because we don't listen to God.
Above all.
Hold on, what?
Above.
A what?
Above.
Now above means higher than below. Now black men, you're supposed to be above, which is higher than below, but because you don't listen to God, you're beneath now. But if we did listen to God, we would be above. Go on, above what though?
Above all nations.
Hold on, what did the Bible say?
Above all nations.
The Bible says if black men listen to God, they would be above all nations.
That's right.
They would be the highest in the face of the earth. Read on.
Of the earth, and all these blessings, shall come on thee.
And if we listened, all these blessings would come on black men. All these blessings would come on our people if we just took time to listen to God. But guess what? We don't want to listen to God, so we don't get these blessings. We get the curses for disobeying God, and these other nations rule over us. Meanwhile, we're supposed to be above everybody. We're beneath everybody for our hard head. Go ahead.
And overtake thee.
And what?
and overtake thee.
These blessings would overtake us, man. Now, when something overtakes you, say, like a car overtaking you, which means it's in front of you, man. All these blessings would be before you, black men, but we don't listen to God. So what do we have before us? All the curses.
If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord.
And the word hearken means to listen, man. Listen, to hear the voice of the Lord and do as he tells you.
The voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city.
It says, blessed shalt thou be in the city. Black men, you disobey God, so you ain't blessed in the city. You're being murdered in the city because you disobey God.
And blessed shalt thou be in the field.
Blessed shall thou be in the field. But guess what, black man? You want to disobey God, so you're cursed in the field and you work in the cotton field, picking cotton and sugarcane.
That's right.
Because you want to disobey God.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, meaning your kids will be righteous, man. Your kids will do the right thing, but guess what? We didn't listen to God. So guess what happens? Our kids are drug dealers. Our kids are high off drugs by the time they're 18, dead by the time they're 21, because we don't listen to God to get these blessings. So the fruit of our body ain't blessed, it's cursed now.
And the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle.
And the fruit of thy cattle, man. We would have had cattle, we would have had land, we would have had everything. But because we disobey God, black people, we have nothing now.
The increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep.
We would have sheep and flocks and houses and cars and land and everything. And it would increase. But because we disobey God, we don't get these blessings. Black man, there's a way to get these blessings. Just obey God, man, and serve him.
Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Blessed shall be thy basket. Black man says, blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Guess what? You disobeyed God, so you ain't got no basket, meaning you ain't got no cash. You ain't got no stores. You ain't got no savings. You ain't got nothing. You live from paycheck to paycheck.
Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in.
Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, man. Black men would be riding on harp and horses and everything.
And blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
You're gonna be blessed when you're born and blessed when you die, but damn. We curse that here.
The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
And if we served God, our enemies would be smitten before our face. If we served God, Trayvon Martin couldn't have got shot to death.
That's right.
If we served God, Mark Duggan couldn't have shot to death. Because our enemies would have been smitten before our face. But guess what? We don't serve God. So we have no protection. We don't have the Lord on our side. So our enemies are smiting us. Go ahead.
They shall come out against thee one way.
It says, they shall come out against thee one way. So they would have came to kill Mark Duggan one way. They would have pulled him over in that taxi on that day, read.
And flee before thee 7 ways.
And what?
Flee before thee 7 ways.
Those police officers would have to run 7 ways, man. They had to run 7 ways. Black men would have been strong. And guess what? There's only one way for black men to get strong again. That's by coming back to your nationality, man. Coming back to your culture. Finding out who you are. Understanding that you're God's chosen people, the children of everybody, Israel. God doesn't love everybody, so lucky.
That's right.
The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten.
It says the Lord shall cause thy enemies, man, that rise up against thee to be smitten. Now, if we serve God, anybody that tries to kill black men, God will smite them through it, man. But guess what? We ain't serving God. So our enemies can take us across the ocean and put us in slavery, put us in chains, whip our back. But if we serve God, guess what? The tables will turn, man. We serve God, the tables will turn. No longer will black men be enslaved no more. No more will black men have a hard life no more. No more would we have to be in slavery no more by the hand of our oppressors, man, if we decided to serve God.
Before thy face they shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways.
Guess what? We serve God. They would have to flee 7 ways, man. They would have to flee 7 ways, man. They would be running this way and that way, man. They would be running, jump into the ocean, and hopefully them drown, man. But I read on.
The Lord shall command. The Lord shall command the blessings upon thee.
The Lord shall command the blessings upon thee. But we don't want these blessings. Seems like we want these curses. You know how you know we want these curses? By the lifestyle that we live in. We want to die, man. It seems like we want to die. It seems like black people want to die the way we live in. God said don't eat pork, but what do? We go get a pork sandwich.
That's right.
Guess what? God said don't be a drug dealer. What do? We sell drugs, get thrown in jail for 20 years. God said don't be a homosexual. What do men do? Be homosexuals and catch AIDS. Just obey God and you won't die of these things, man. Read on.
Blessings of thy storehouses, and
if we serve God, we'll have blessings of and storehouses, man. If we serve God, that net rest over there would be ours, man. And we call Black West Salakia.
And in all that thou settest thy hand unto.
It says in all that thou settest thy hand unto, man. Meaning anything we put our hand to, the Lord will turn into a blessing.
And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord God giveth thee.
And if we serve God, we wouldn't be in slavery right now. We wouldn't be in England right now. We wouldn't be in England working 9 to 5 for minimum wage, for £6 something an hour, £7 an hour. If we serve God, we wouldn't be in this condition. Read on.
Verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people.
The Lord shall what?
Establish thee an holy people.
And the Lord made the children of Israel to be a holy people, meaning to be a separate people. The Lord made you so every other nation can look at you and be like, wow. And look at you and be like, damn, this nation is so righteous. But guess what? We do the opposite to what God tells us to do. Our women want to be whores, prostitutes. Our men want to be drug dealers and homosexuals. And this is why we died the death that we do. This is why we ain't receiving none of these blessings that we're reading about. This is why all we're receiving is the curses. Read on.
That's right. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God.
And you get all these blessings if all you do is keep the commandments. It's not hard. What's so hard about not eating pork? What's so hard about a man not being a homosexual and having 5, 6, 7 women? What's so hard about that, man?
Oh shit, I'm like,
and walk in his ways.
We're meant to walk in his ways, man. Meaning you walk, this is the way the Bible tells you to. You keep God's law, statutes and commandments. That's what it means by walking his ways. But we go to church where they don't walk in his ways. They walk the opposite to his ways. They walk the opposite to his ways. Your pastor puts a little twist in his hip and walks the opposite to the Most High's ways. Read on.
Verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by my name.
And then every other nation will see, you know what? These people are blessed by God. These is the children of God. These people is called by his name.
Right.
Go ahead.
Of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee.
They shall what?
Be afraid of thee.
They shall what?
Be afraid of thee.
Guess what? Every other nation will be afraid of you. You know why? Because they will see that you're called by the Most High's name.
Right.
And they know that if they lay their hands on you, they would get put to death on the spot. But guess what, black men? We ain't been serving God, so we ain't got that protection there no more. But if we do serve God, we'll be protected again, man. We'll have that protection. Everybody's heard about the Exodus story when Moses walked out of Egypt. That was black and Hispanic men that walked out of Egypt, man. That was the nation of Israel that walked out of Egypt. We didn't have to lift a finger. The Lord put our enemies to death for us. And that can happen again, man. If we serve God, we could walk out of England how Moses walked out of Egypt. The Lord split the Red Sea for us to walk through. And for the other nations, it was like, for us it was a wall on both sides that we could touch and walk through. For the other nations, they tried to pursue us and they drowned to death, man. Guess what? That would happen again right now if only we decided to serve God. If only we decided to come together. If only we decided to put down all the wickedness we're doing. Read on.
Verse 11. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods.
And what?
And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods.
The Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, man. Meaning whatever you want, you will get it, man.
In the fruit of thy body and in the fruit of thy cattle.
The fruit of your body and the fruit of your cattle, man. Meaning we would have loads of kids, righteous kids, not kids that are drug dealers, not kids that are half homosexuals. Read on.
And the fruit of thy ground in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee.
And the land which the Lord swore to our fathers was Israel. But guess what? We didn't serve God. So there's another nation that's living in the land of Israel who ain't Israelites, who are imposters, who have stole our nationality and our culture, who pretend that they're us, when the real Jews, according to the Bible, are blacks and Hispanics, man.
That's right.
Hold on.
Verse 12. And the Lord shall open thee his good treasure, the heaven to give thee rain unto thy land in his season.
The Lord will open the heavens, man. Give us rain in due season, meaning we wouldn't have no famine. None of our crops would die and so forth.
And to bless all the work of thy hand.
And to what?
Bless all the work of thy hand.
And the Lord would bless all the work of your hands, meaning anything you do would be blessed. But everything we do now is not blessed. I mean, a black man invented the light bulb, he don't get the credit for it. A black man made the traffic light, he don't get the credit for it. Black men built up the White House, they don't get the credit for it. Read on. They built the house that Donald Trump's living in right now. And guess where black people are living in? The homeless shelters. You know why? Because we don't serve God. And our hands ain't blessed.
And thou shalt lend unto many nations.
Guess what? We would lend unto many nations. They would have to come to us for loans, man. They would come to us for loans. You see how you go to the bank for a loan and they put interest on, or they can turn you away because they don't like the look of you. Black man, that would be you turning them away, man, if you decided to serve God. They would come to you for a loan. You'll be like, what do you want the loan for? They'll be like, oh, on the extension of my house. And you could be like, nah, I don't want to give you this loan. And they'd have to walk away crying. Same how we have to walk away crying from the bank when we can't get a loan.
Right. And thou shalt not borrow.
And what?
Thou shalt not borrow.
We wouldn't have to borrow off nobody if we serve God. You know why? Because the Lord will give us everything. The Lord will give us everything, man. You see how them fake Jews are living now with the fatness of the earth? That's how black people are supposed to be living. We meant to have the fatness of the earth, but because we didn't serve God, we're suffering.
And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail.
The Lord shall what?
Make thee the head and not the tail.
It says, and the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. Now, to make you the head means you're on top, you're in charge. Now, we the tail, meaning we at the bottom, we in slavery, we the cotton pickers, we the slaves. Meanwhile, the head is the slave masters. And you know why we're slaves? Because we ain't serving God. If we did serve God, our slave masters, they would be the slaves and we would be the slave master.
That's right.
Read.
And thou shalt be above only.
And thou shalt what?
Be above only.
And black men, we would be above only. We would be above all people. I mean, people come out here and say that we racist, but we didn't whip nobody's backs.
Right.
We didn't make nobody pick cotton.
Right.
We didn't throw nobody off slave ships.
Right.
We didn't put nobody on slave ships. So you can't call us the racists. Maybe you need to turn around and understand who the real racists are. Because guess what? We always get the crappy end of the stick. We was the cotton pickers. We weren't the one who was making people pick cotton. Black man, it's time the tables turn.
That's
it's
right.
time you get the good end of the stick for once in your life, man. Serve God and you will get that good end of the stick.
And thou shalt not be beneath.
And thou shalt what?
Not be beneath.
So we have to serve God to not be beneath. We have to serve God if we're tired of picking cotton. We have to serve God if we're tired of slaving away. We have to serve God if we're tired of being in the ghettos, up and down Brixton, up and down Peckham, up and down Handsworth, Aston. The reason we're in the ghettos is because we don't serve God, man.
If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord.
And guess what? We wouldn't be in these places if we just listen to God, but we don't want to listen. So guess what happens? We're in Brixton, we're in Peckham.
Which I command thee this day to observe and to do them.
And we're meant to observe and to do them. The Lord's supposed to tell you one thing and you're supposed to carry it out.
And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this
You
day.
ain't supposed to go aside from any of the words, but guess what? Your pastor goes aside to all these words. Your pastor sidesteps. Your pastor sidesteps these words, man. Read on.
To the right or to the left.
And your pastor, he dodges these words like Mayweather. Your pastor dodges better than Mayweather, man. He dodges these words. Read on.
To go after other gods.
To what?
Go after other gods.
We ain't supposed to go after other gods. Guess what happens? We go after other gods, so we go in the Christian church, we go in the Muslim mosque. That's other gods, man. That's gods who we ain't supposed to serve.
Right.
All the gods of the other nations are idols, man.
That's right.
I mean, you got people praying to a cross around their neck. Cross ain't never saved no one. You got people going Mecca to bow down to a stone. A stone can't save no one.
Right.
You can find stones out here in Peckham, man. What's the difference between the stone in Mecca and a stone in Peckham?
That's right.
All the same. All it is just a stone, man. Read on.
To serve them.
To what?
To serve them.
We ain't supposed to serve those garbage religions, man. That's what the Bible's saying. We ain't supposed to serve them.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes.
That says if we don't listen to God, now you're going to find out what's going to happen to you if you don't listen to God. Like what we're doing. This is the part that we're doing, not listening to God.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
It says all these curses shall come upon thee. Now we're going to read these curses, and you're going to see that these curses only fit the Israelites, man, on this sign that we got out here.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
It says all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now we read the part, if we listen to God, we would get the blessings, but we ain't been listening to God, so we get the curses. And it says all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now we're going to read some of these curses, which is overtaking blacks and Hispanics.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
It says, cursed shall thou be in the city. Whether you're in the city, you're cursed, you're poor, you're dying.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Black people, we cursed in the city and in the field. We was cursed on them cotton fields, man. Picking cotton, man. They had babies out there picking cotton.
Cursed shall be thy basket.
Cursed shall be thy basket, meaning you ain't gonna have no savings, meaning you're living from paycheck to paycheck, meaning you can't make ends meet, you can't pay the rent. The landlord's kicking your door and telling you got 24 hours notice to get out. That's the lifestyle that black people live, man.
And thy store.
We don't own no stores, man.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Curse shall be the fruit of thy body. This is why your kids is going crazy, man. Why your kids don't respect you. Why your kids is shooting up the block. Why your kids is #1 in jail. Why your daughters are #1 in whores and giving her AIDS and so forth.
And the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in.
Says, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, man. Wherever we go, we cursed. Wherever we go, we curse. When we're born, we curse, man.
And cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
And we curse when we die as well, man. All we can leave behind is our debt and our last name, man. That's the only thing black men and black women can give to their kids is their debt and their last name. We have to go to social services to help them pay for our funerals, man. Because we curse and not have nothing.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke.
It's cursing and vexation. And black men, we vexed that here. This is why we're killing one another, man. We vexed that here. We can't find a way. We're out here in a cage, man. We're like animals in a zoo. Go ahead. And our enemies are slave masters. They're like the zookeepers, man. You see how depressed them animals look in the zoo? That's how depressed black men look in Brixton, man. Right. That's how depressed black men look in Brixton. Same how you see them animals depressed in the zoo. You know why? Because they just got black men trapped in a zoo. Took us from our own country, brought us here in slavery, got us trapped in, can't go where we want to go. Gotta get permission from them before we do anything.
In all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
Anything we set our hand for to do, it don't prosper.
Unto thou be destroyed, and unto thou perish quickly.
We destroyed and we perish quickly. As a nation, we destroyed and we're perishing, man. The way we dying. We the minority and we the majority that die. You know why? Because we ain't serving God.
Because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Because what?
The wickedness of thy doings.
Die because what?
The wickedness of thy doings.
Mark Duggan died because of what?
The wickedness of thy doings.
Jermaine Baker died because of what?
The wickedness of thy doings.
And this is why we die so much, man. Because of the wickedness of our doings. Read on.
Whereby thou hast forsaken me.
We have what?
Forsaken me.
Guess what? We forsook the Lord. We forsook our power to put a cross around our neck. We forsook our power to go and kiss a stone. We forsook the living God, man, to go worship idols.
Verse 21, the Lord shall make pestilence cleave unto thee.
Diseases cleave unto us. Pestilence and diseases cleave unto us, man. We die of high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer. We die of these diseases.
Until he have consumed thee from off the land.
We consume.
Whither thou goest to possess it. And the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with
with a what?
Fever.
With a what?
Fever.
With a fever, man. We die of these fevers. Malaria and what's the next one that people have? What is it? Meningitis and all these other ones, man. We die from these fevers.
And with an inflammation and with an extreme burning.
With a what?
Extreme burning.
With inflammation and extreme burning, man. The Lord said, hey, you want to sleep with the horse, you're going to get a what?
Inflammation and extreme burning.
Sleep with the horse, you're going to get a what?
Extreme burning.
This is what happens, man. We don't want to listen to God, so we have to learn the hard way. Men that sleep with men, they get a what?
Extreme burning.
That's what they get, extreme burning, man. They get AIDS, man. Read that again.
And the Lord shall smite thee with consumption and with...
Guess what? Black man, we get consumed. We have diseases that waste you away, man. You see people one day looking all big and strong, they get cancer and they what?
Consumption.
And they consume away, man. They...
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.